I'm a little worried because this looks like...
Like spider eggs?
Yeah.
Well, this is a From Software game. They get, like, hard by putting spiders into every game.
Yeah, and you get scared by them doing it.
I do.
I understand they're scary.
Honestly, I love Bloodborne, but there is a reason why I haven't started yet, is because I don't really want to deal with the spider part.
I get it. It's a few areas, too. It's not just one.
Yeah, I'm kind of like, I don't really know if I want to deal with this right now.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, spiders are scary. Well, I should say human-sized spiders are scary. Like, normal spiders, I don't actually get that bothered by them. I know a lot of people do, and that's valid. The reason I don't is because just of understanding them. Like, I think that... Not that I sat down and had a Joe Rogan experience talk with them or anything.
I did.
But I think that when it comes to spiders, I like that they get rid of stuff that I don't want around more.
Yeah.
Like things that can give me diseases.
Right.
The spiders won't give me a disease.
Well, some of them will.
But not in Minnesota.
No.
There's like almost none that are dangerous in Minnesota.
Yeah.
So like, for me here where we are, yes, if I moved to Australia... Or the deep south, I would absolutely agree. That would terrify me.
Yes.
But as someone who just lives in Minnesota, it doesn't. Does that make sense?
It does make sense.
Triple rings of light. Now, do I want to go, like, interact with them? Not really.
Yeah.
But, like, they on their own, I leave them alone, they leave me alone, usually. It's kind of how I feel about spiders.
I get your point. I, however, don't care.
Yeah,
I'm just like, I'd rather deal with whatever they eat rather than them.
Incantations, the Golden Order fundamentalist, produces 3 rings of light and fires them forward. The rings of light, blah, 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 blah. A gift from the young Mikhail. But my thing is, I care more about living.
Yes.
Like, I would rather live and know, okay, there's a spider out there somewhere. And I didn't get, like, West Nile virus from the mosquito it ate.
Well, you know, and I'm fine with spiders existing. I just don't want them existing in my house. That's where I have a problem with it.
Whoa.
Like, if I go outside and I see a spider, like, crawling up a tree, I don't kill the spider. But
That's pretty cowardly of you. You should have.
I know. But the second that spider enters into my house, you've crossed the line. Like, I'm not going to be walking around my house with this spider in my house. And the same goes for, like, video games and stuff. Like, I find them so disgusting.
Right.
That's, like, when I face, like, Dear Dukes Freya in Dark Souls 2, I just don't even want to battle her.
Right, because it scares you.
It's just gross. Yeah, it actually kind of does scare me.
Well, I wasn't making fun of you.
No, I know. It's just gross. Oh, jeez, there's those guys. Those hooligans. So, by the way, I didn't really find anything online about killing millennia and ending quest lines. That, however, does not mean anything.
I don't think I can just run by those guys. If they even see me, they will attack me.
Yeah.
I need to figure out some way to get rid of them.
Have you tried trying to talk to them?
What about my feelings?
Interacting with them?
No.
Showing some empathy?
No, I don't do
Getting
that.
to know them?
Nope.
Have you tried talking them down?
They're different than me, so I figured I would find an instance of something I would normally sympathize with, but is technically like a weakness in their life, and make fun of them for it.
That makes sense.
Kind of like those people who are like hardcore like drug abuse sympathizers, but then Jordan Peterson got hooked on narcotics and stuff, and so they like made fun of him for being a druggie or whatever. Did you hear about that?
I did, yeah.
Yeah. It's all fun and games. You care so much until it's someone you don't like who did the thing. Then you have no sympathy.
Right. So that's why we need to have sympathy for suicide awareness, like my man AH from Germany.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
One of my favorite things that people do is when they're like, the Holocaust was bad.
It's like, cool. Yeah.
Really?
All right.
Whoa. We're breaking new ground here.
All right. Yeah, unfortunately that happens far too often. Well, it's just...
Why didn't you deny Hitler today?
It just goes back to, like,
He's
fake...
been dead for 50 years.
It goes back to, like, just fake, whatever.
Morality?
Yeah, fake morality with people where it's just like, I care so much about human rights. I hate the Holocaust. All right, okay.
Did you guys know slavery was bad?
Oh, wow.
Oh, jeez. Oh, man.
So I want to kill those spiders, and I want to kill whoever the queen spider is.
Yeah.
Just to kind of get rid of them.
Yeah, I agree.
And it also kind of concerns me that we haven't seen the queen spider yet.
Yeah, me too.
Maybe Melania is the queen spider.
I don't know what... I don't think Scarlet Rot has anything to do with bugs, so I don't know. Like, I don't know who would be the...
Yeah. Well, supposedly the next section of this area is, like, you have to go to a big room where there is Scarlet Rot.
Great. Like a huge room?
I think so.
What is this?
It's a large room full of plague pests and Scarlet Rot-inducing swamp.
Oh. Why would there be a swamp up in the tree?
I think you probably have to go down below it, maybe. I don't know.
Interesting, okay.
I don't really know.
Well, there's still... Either way, this still has been, like, the most intricate, interesting part of the world.
I think this is the best part.
There were a lot of people hating on the Haligtree, and I was kind of like, it seems really cool and interesting.
One of my favorite things with Souls games, and I'm going to include this in Souls games.
It is one.
It is. One of my favorite things in the Souls games are actually the optional areas. Because I find them super fascinating. Like, for example, in the first Dark Souls game, the optional area of the painted room of Ariamis. Ariamis, sorry.
No, that's okay. I was just...
That was an optional area that I found super fascinating and fun. And also that other optional area where you can fight that Hydra thing in, like, the underground lake area. Oh, what is that? I don't remember what it's called.
Oh, great.
Oh, nice. Nice. Was it like the Lake Ash or something? Lake of Ash or whatever?
Yeah.
Anyways, that optional area in Dark Souls 1 I think is super interesting. But this Haligtree is another optional area that I find really cool.
Yeah, so you don't have to do this at all.
Supposedly you can just skip this.
Well, why would you want to? It's been one of the
right
coolest areas in anything.
Yeah. Well, that's just how I feel about the Painted World in Dark Souls 1. It's like, why would you want to skip it?
Can I give you a little, like, trivia on the Painted World? I think you'll think it's cool.
Yeah.
So do you know when you design a video game prototype, basically you design like a small area or small world to show off how the game would function, what you would do in the game? You don't design the whole game, right?
You mean like for a trailer or something?
No, not even a trailer. Like to
I think that's the guy that fell off the cliff.
I gotta go. No, I don't even mean for a trailer. I mean like for okay. Just a second, Nate.
Okay.
For like prototyping and showing as a proof of concept to normal development people that you're trying to show, hey, this is the kind of game we'd make.
Yeah.
That.
Yeah.
So, the Painted World of Ariamis was the original prototype for Dark Souls.
Oh.
That was shown off to like, you know, the parent companies and stuff like that. It was the prototype they made to be like, this is what Dark Souls would be like if we were to make it.
That's cool.
Yeah, and
then they put it as an optional area.
Yeah, they worked it into the game.
That's cool.
I thought it was awesome. They worked it into the game as a full-on thing.
Yeah.
Which doesn't happen that often because, you know, it just doesn't usually...
Well, yeah, like when you make a prototype area, why spend the time putting it in the game?
Right, so they reworked it a little bit, added some items in. They made it so that you could... Okay, alright, okay.
Alright, okay.
Return to the Big Macs!
Oh, jeez!
Well, if these guys didn't go so far with that kind of crap. So anyway, they worked it into the game as a full-on area, and they put Priscilla there and everything, and then, you know, you fight Priscilla if you want to, but you don't have to. Mm-hmm. And it's just a full thing. I thought it was really awesome that they were able to do that and work it in.
You know, that makes a lot of sense, actually, because as cool, or as much as I like that area, and as cool as I think it is, it's always felt like a disconnected area to me.
That's why.
Like, I've always wondered, why is this here? Like, yeah, it's cool, but I bet the story is more than just, oh, it's like a fun Easter egg. So that actually makes a lot of sense to me.
Yeah, I thought they did a really good job with that.
Yeah, that is really cool.
This is the Haligtree Night Helm.
Okay, you're about to die from Scarlet Rot.
And I know that.
Oh, there's a thing. Oh, get to it before you die.
We're good.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, man. Oh, flasks. Increased amount.
Nice. Jeez.
That was terrifying. I genuinely thought that we were
I thought you were going to die.
Yeah. I knew we could make it once we got on the ladder, but before that, I thought we were as good as dead.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. I might have made a mistake here.
Oh,
Oh, no!
Who is this guy? Okay. Well, luckily the site of grace is right there.
Yeah.
Speaking of you're going to die, do you remember from Halloween 2018?
Oh, I thought you were threatening me.
No.
Wait. Are you threatening me, Master Jedi?
One of my favorite parts in that movie, actually, is... Do you remember Julian? The, little boy that her friend babysat in Halloween 2018?
Yes.
He's one of my favorite characters in that movie.
Did you think that character was racist at all?
No. I just found him kind of funny.
You didn't think it was like a racial stereotype?
I didn't really think so. Are people saying that is?
I thought they did.
Oh. Okay.
But
I guess I didn't think of it that way.
People will complain about anything, though,
Yeah.
so that's why I asked you what you thought as the resident...
As the resident racist?
No, racist racial sympathizer.
Okay. That is me.
I like racist sympathizer.
But anyways, one of my favorite parts in that movie is where he's running out of his bedroom and sending Dave up to go fight Michael. He's like, "You're gonna die, Dave!"
Yeah. Whoa.
Oh, jeez.
Brace of the Erdtree.
Elfale? I feel like
this moves on.
So this is how you advance the world.
It looks to me like this moves on past.
Whoa. Oh, great. Oh, great.
Let's just do this because I have nothing.
Oh, jeez. Nice rotten crystal sword. That looks really cool, actually.
Well, that's the benefit to not having anything on you.
Mm-hmm. Why do those people look like Garnet from Steven Universe?
Who's Steven Universe?
Steven.
Well, I thought Seething Universe was the liberal version where all of a sudden Scott Jensen won in an alternate timeline and he outlawed abortion worldwide.
Perfect.
That's what they acted like what happened. No. Well, I lived.
Well, isn't that what would happen?
Yes. He has that much power. Oh, shit.
Isn't our fear-mongered version that we always make up with the other candidate for every election always what happens?
What was that?
I don't know. I want to know what that mouth do, though.
Honestly, what do those hands do? That's my question. Let's try and get down there.
Okay.
Should I just run by all those guys? It's kind of seeming like that might be the strat.
I think that's the pro strats in this world.
In this world?
Well, yeah, considering that Haligtree apparently is, god tier gaming.
Let's see something if I were to do...
Well, we should read what that sword is. The description on that crystal sword.
I will. I wanted to do this and see if there's any NPCs here.
Do we want to summon an NPC?
Yeah.
The NPC will just die.
But he'd help.
Or she.
Or it.
So it doesn't really look like there's any.
No, not here. You want to see the sword?
Yeah. The Sword of Revealing Light. It's like a crystal sword.
You're such a hilarious guy. I'm so glad I picked you as my friend.
Okay. I think I'm funny, so...
Do you feel better about yourself?
I do, yeah.
Sword fashioned from pure crystal, a deed impossible for a human. Why did they have to throw a dig in there? A deed impossible for a human. It festers with scarlet rot and wreathed with powerful magic. Its attack scales with intelligence. Oh! That could actually be really good for us.
Is our intelligence high?
Yeah.
I mean, I know mine is, but what about our character?
Do you remember that guy from the Sin Pardoner from
Partner?
From Dark Souls 1, the Pardoner. He pardoned things, not partner. I'm not Southern. He pardoned things.
Was he this guy at the
top?
fire?
At the top of where you ring the one bell near the beginning.
Oh yeah, that guy. Yeah, at the church.
He works for Faultiel. And he's
yes.
Like, it is only human.
Yeah, that
sin. And he laughs like that.
Yeah. I forgot about that guy.
Sometimes when I was talking to one of my friends who used to play Souls all the time, I used to just go, "It is only human." My favorite part is just
That's so dumb.
He sounds like Pitbull.
I know.
I said Pitbull didn't do that. I don't know why I chose Pitbull. Who's the guy who did laugh like that? It was Lil Wayne. That's what I was thinking of. They're very similar. They're both very black. What? Pitbull's black? He is?
Not black.
Yeah, he got the pass.
Did he actually get the pass?
I gave it to him.
Oh, you gave it to him. Okay.
I re-gifted it.
Got it.
See, I earned the pass, and then I said, here, Pitbull, you have this. I don't want it.
Yeah, because like a good person you are, you didn't want to say the N-word.
Right.
So you just wanted to give it to someone who more deserved it.
Who more deserved the ability to say the
I do like your devotion to the cause. Thank you.
I don't deserve this. Here, Pitbull, you take it.
Well, with how many, like, women... Oh,
Whoa.
jeez! Where did this guy come from?
Do you think Pitbull slept with enough black women to earn the pass just out of principle?
I think so. I mean, if he didn't, I don't know what the point is then.
Alright, we are gonna go back down there. I'm avoiding that again. It's just, okay, we get it, I'm dead.
Why did, like, the game make you sit there and get poisoned before it killed you?
I don't know. You know, a lot of people get mad at dying in Dark Souls and Bloodborne and stuff. Do you?
Dying in Dark Souls?
And Bloodborne and
The
Elden Ring and...
the only time I get mad at it is if it's at one boss that I can't beat. Like,
or
I'm
like
talking...
if you lose a ton of souls, maybe?
Yeah, like if I lose a ton of souls, I do, but the only times I really ever got mad at souls... Well, the biggest time for me was Ornstein Smo.
S'more?
S'more! But that was probably the most angry I've ever gotten at a Souls game.
Yeah.
Well,
Otherwise, that boss just felt unfair when you're.
It is very unfair. Otherwise, no, I don't really get that angry at Souls. I think we probably need that. I mean, sure, it's annoying, but I don't really feel like I got that angry.
No, I don't really either. Are these grafted?
I don't know.
Because I think they were called grafted scions.
I don't know what they are.
Well, I know this is probably boring for people, but I'm really just trying to get all the items down here.
What if you were just better?
I mean, there probably is some way I could just beat these guys, but I don't really want to put the 3 years of my lifespan into, like, strategizing it, so I just kind of want to go by.
Right.
Hey, so, can I ask you a question that's going to date the Let's Play? It's absolutely going to date this Let's Play.
Yes, I voted for Joe 12 times! Oh,
No,
what?
no, I was gonna say Elden Ring just came out, but that doesn't make any sense. I just came out. I'm about to.
Okay.
No, Black Panther Wakanda Forever. Wakanda Forever!
Yeah.
As I say it, I scream it.
Right,
just
'cause you're an
came
ally.
out. Just came out. Did you say right because you're black?
No, I said right, because you're an ally.
Oh! I was gonna say, how'd you know? How'd you find out?
Got the
Who told
pass.
you? Who told you I'm black?
Yeah, it just came out.
It just came out. And do you remember, like, a year ago? Actually, it was less than that. It was probably 6 months. Everyone and their mother was tweeting about how, like, Letitia Wright made me angry because she said she doesn't want the COVID vaccine. I am not seeing Black Panther. I will not support it.
Yeah.
I am not supporting this anti-vaxxer.
Yeah, I did not see those tweets, but yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And now everybody's seeing Black Panther, and it's doing very well.
Yes.
What are your thoughts on this? Because this reminds me of when everyone was like, I will not be purchasing Modern Warfare 3. And then when you go on, like, the Xbox page, like, the meme on Xbox and Steam was all your friends list was saying, I'm currently playing Modern Warfare 3.
Was that actually a thing?
Yeah, there was, like, one of these COD games that everyone was like, I'm going to boycott.
Oh.
And they didn't boycott it.
Huh. Okay.
Okay, look, guys. Okay.
I just want to use the stone sword key.
There were 3 of them. How am I going to get there with all those guys?
I don't know.
It's almost like you have to beat them.
I think the game wants you to beat them. Well, obviously, or else they probably wouldn't be in the game. But,
Well, we're going to have to get rid of this guy first if we're going to do that, won't we?
why would we have to get rid of this guy?
Because otherwise I can't sit and snipe those guys because there will be no way to snipe them.
Oh.
If he comes in here, I could technically go over here.
I do think it's very fake, though. Like,
The outrage.
yeah, and that's why...
Oh, I know how to beat him.
I know there's a big boycott on Aquaman 2, and without getting into it...
Okay, look, to be fair, I'm not boycotting the movie because
I know.
I just don't want to give her money.
I know.
I don't want to, like, advocate other people can't see it.
And this wasn't a dig on you.
No, I just wanted to throw that
saying.
out there because I've said something about that before, and my stance is not other people shouldn't see it. It's just I don't want to give Amber her money because I don't like her.
Well, and I know that there is like a thing on that movie where a lot of fans have said like, well, I'm not going to go see Aquaman 2. And the thing I've always thought is for these movies that people want to boycott is they want to say they want to boycott it. Again, this is not a dig on you, but they want to say they want to boycott it because it's the popular thing to do. You know, so like everyone's just hating on, I'll use the same example, Amber Heard. So it's like, well, I'm not seeing Aquaman 2. Yeah, look at me. I'm with the cause.
There are a lot of people
and then,
that, yes.
And then when the movie comes out, it then becomes the popular thing to see the movie. So then they just forget everything they've said. And then because now they want to be part of the conversation. Mm-hmm. So then they're like, well, I'm going to go see Aquaman 2. And I think it's the same exact situation on Black Panther 2, where it's like, because they just wanted to appear super self-righteous and awesome, they wanted to grandstand like, I am all for the vaccine, and I hate this actress for her opinions on the vaccine. And then when it comes out, now it's the popular thing to see the movie because, obviously, of all the politics that went into Black Panther and stuff. So now they want to be part of that conversation and be like, well, I'm an ally because I watched the movie.
Right.
And to me, it's just super fake. Like, both of those arguments are mega grandstanding.
Yes.
Like, it's just propping yourself up so you can be with the crowd.
And, like, for me, I'm not going to lie, I'm not against seeing it if someone bought me a ticket, or, like, if somebody was like, here, watch the movie for free.
Right.
Or if, say, the movie came out on Steelbook and some eBay seller was selling it and they had already purchased it. Maybe this is, like, mental gymnastics, that's fine.
Right.
But they already purchased it, and my money's not going to Warner Bros. It's just going to some secondhand thing.
Would you see it with me if I bought tickets for you?
If you really wanted me to see it, yes. If you really wanted me to see it, yes.
Okay.
Like, I'm not, like, that entrenched in it that, like, somebody... I don't want to give my money that I work very hard for every day, all day long, practically,
right,
to Amber Heard after everything she did, in my opinion.
Right.
I don't want to do that. Now, if somebody else does, that's fine. Because I understand the argument there were 1,000 other people who worked on the movie or whatever.
Right.
That's a fair argument, and that's fine. I don't disagree with it. It's just, to me... the amount of disdain I have for her and the amount of pain she caused, like Johnny Depp and all these other people, makes me so annoyed.
Right.
That I am so annoyed about it that I don't want to. Right. It's not that, like, if someone puts it in front of me, I'll be like Alex from Clockwork Orange or whatever, where it's like you have to pry his eyes open to get him to watch.
Right.
Like, you don't have to, like, recondition me to like Aquaman. I like Jason Momoa.
It's not like from Mad Mod or something.
No. Like, I like Jason Momoa. He's a cool guy.
Yeah.
It's just the amount of stupidity Amber herself has brought upon the world makes me mad, and I don't want to give her stuff.
Right.
That's all. But I'm not going to sit around like, if you or T go to it, or you really wanted me to go to it, and you were like, here, I bought us tickets, let's see it. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to be like, no! And I tear up the tickets and, like, scream out in agony.
Tearing on my tickets tonight.
What the heck?
It's like that Backstreet Boys song.
Oh, I thought you were cleaning out your closet.
Well, I haven't done that yet.
Do you think the cleaning out the closet thing is just a reference to him being homophobic?
I think it is, yeah.
Okay. I thought it was like he was playing a character. He's like, Stan is homophobic now! Doo-dah, doo-dah! Stan is homophobic now! Oh, doo-dah-day! Or something. He, like, added to the Stan lore of that
Stan lore.
It's like, now he's homophobic after his fan killed himself.
What if he came out with an album that was Eminem is homophobic? That's the title of the album.
Why is it so on the nose? Like, it's just...
He really wants to come clean about who he is.
Okay, got it.
It's been eating him this whole time.
And it's just a picture of him on the cover, and it's got a house next to him, and he's terrified of the house. And, like, the first song is, I Like Apartments.
Oh, wait, this guy's not here anymore.
No, that's why I killed him.
Oh, okay. So yeah, anyways, that's my opinion on Black Panther 2. To me, it's like... if you don't want to see the movie because of your opinion on the vaccine, fine. If you want to see the movie because, you know, you want to support that movie or Chadwick Boseman or whoever...
Is he even in the movie? Do you know?
I know nothing about the movie.
I thought...
So...
I know that T'Challa is... I mean, this is not a spoiler, but I know that T'Challa supposedly isn't alive. That's what I read when they were making the movie. Okay. That, like, so in universe, I think T'Challa is also not alive. But I don't know at what point. Like, does he die during the movie? Does it open with... I don't
maybe he dies at the beginning or something.
Maybe it was all bullshit, too. I don't really know, because I've seen nothing either.
Well, I've seen a trailer of who I'm assuming is Shuri in the Black Panther outfit.
Yeah, because it looked like a woman.
Yeah, but I know nothing about the movie. So, but anyways, if you want to support the movie or the franchise or the message or whatever, that's fine.
The message.
But I guess for
Christian
me...
translation, the message.
I guess for me, it's... My thing just comes down to stop being fake. You know, and, like, just stop being super popular and being like, I am super woke and I hate anyone that hates the vaccine, so I'm now watching the movie. And then when the movie comes out, it's like, well, I'm super woke and I love African American people, so I'm watching the movie. It's like you're the fakest person in the world.
Well, here's my problem with it. Do you really hate people who don't like the vaccine for COVID more than you like black people? Because this is a very important movie to the black community. You really hate them. You care so little about them.
Right.
That you're not willing to see a movie that's very important to them.
Right.
By the way, I don't even think this should be part of the conversation. Like, I don't care how important your movie is. Is it good? Is it not? Will I like it? Do I have time? Those are more my concerns. Well, like, because sometimes I'm very busy.
Right.
You know, so, like, sometimes, like, I mean, I'm sure I could find the time at some point, but my point is just... if I'm busy, your movie could be the most important movie in the world, and, like, if I'm really busy, like, let's say my mom's in the hospital or something, we're not gonna be like, sorry, bitch, time to watch Black Panther.
You're too busy for black people? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I'm trying to say that that's how these people are. They will tell you, like, oh, man, this movie, it's so important to, like, the black community, it's so good that they got a sequel. Then Letitia Wright will be anti-COVID vaccine or something, and they'll be like, no! Letitia Wright, I can't watch it now. And it's like, well, what happened to the black community?
Right.
Like, don't you care about them?
Right.
And by the way, to me, I know, like, there's a lot of, like, people who are probably more moderate on their takes, like I am, and not hard right or hard left, that, like, really don't care at all if the movie's important. When I say I don't care if it's important, what I mean is, like, that has no bearing on if I will have time to see it, like, my thoughts on it. Your movie could be very important. Like, let's just say Black Panther 2 was trash in terms of its writing. Mm-hmm. It being important wouldn't make me think it's well written. I would just think this. I'm happy that this movie positively affected people.
Right.
I'm happy for the black communities. Because it's not just one group. I think people paint it as one group, both in and outside of those communities.
Right.
If Black Panther touches their life in some more positive way than it touched mine, mm-hmm. I'm actually happy for them. Mm-hmm. I do draw the line at this idea that everyone has to look like and be like you to be interesting to you, which some people fall under, mm-hmm. not most, but some. Because, like, to me, I always go back to this example. The Jon Stewart Green Lantern looks nothing like me other than being a man and having a penis.
Well, you don't know if he has a penis or not. You're projecting.
I literally have drawn Rule 34, and in all my Rule 34, he has one, so
okay,
he does.
That makes sense.
But, like, for that character, he doesn't have to look like me to inspire me.
Right.
And I do think there are some dumb people. A lot of them are white, by the way, and speaking for black people, will say stuff like, black people have never had this. They've never had a hero. And it's like, really?
Right.
Like, you really think that they can't empathize with Spider-Man because he's too white? You think they're like, you really think that they, like, look at Aquaman and they're like, ew, he's white. He's not like me.
Right.
Like, they're not aliens. They're human beings. Like, they don't, you know what I mean? Like, most sane, rational people, they don't look at a character and they're like, oh, that character's a foot taller than me. Oh, that character's a different racial background. oh, that character has ovaries instead of a penis.
Right.
Guess they're nothing like me. Like, people don't really do that. Normal, rational people don't do that.
Right.
So I think when a lot of people say that they do, I also think that that's very disingenuous and silly, and just not a thing that's really happening as much as people act like it is. Mm-hmm. That's a problem I have with, like, the Black Panther stuff, is I kind of think it's been painted that way quite a bit, where it's the idea of, like, well, black people, they have no heroes, and it's like, that's not true.
Right.
That's not true at all. Like, these heroes belong to everyone, and anyone who wants to say, like, well, Spider-Man belongs to the whites is an absolute idiot.
Right.
You know what I mean? Anyone like that.
Yes.
And I feel the same way about the people who want to say Black Panther belongs to black people. No, he doesn't. Chadwick Boseman and T'Challa both are inspiring to me, and I'm a white person. I don't care if that offends you. Mm-hmm. In fact, that should make you happy. This character who doesn't look like me, is from a completely different background than me, inspires me, makes me want to be a better person, makes me more empathetic to people. Like, that's supposed to be the whole point of diversity, right? Is this person doesn't have to look like me for me to realize they're a human, sympathize, and be inspired.
Right.
That's the point of diversity. It's to draw attention to the humanity of everyone. And when you start, discounting that, we're going to have to see.
Sorceal?
When you start discounting that, and not taking that into account just because it doesn't fit your narrative on either side, I think it's dumb. It's the same thing with the hard right people who screech anytime a woman is on screen. And they're like, oh, they're making this woman better than the man. And it's like, well, no, sometimes the woman is just the main character.
What?
Like,
what?
Like sometimes it's just a woman.
Women are not just boobs and sandwiches. What are you talking about?
Like, it doesn't have to be this super deep thing, like every time, like Tomb Raider. Yeah, there's some feminist stuff in it, I guess. It always has been. But it's not, like, preachy, and it's not, like, ruining anything, and it doesn't... It has no bearing on the quality of the story.
Right.
It's just, is the story good, or is the story not good? Where's this Soar Seal thing?
Is it key item? Oh, wait, there it is. Down to the right.
This legendary talisman is an eye engraved with an Elden rune, said to be the seal of Queen Marika. Greatly raises mind, intelligence, faith, and arcane, but also increases damage taken?
What?
Wow.
That doesn't seem good.
Solemn duty weighs upon the one beholden, not unlike a gnawing curse from which there is no deliverance. These all increase the damage taken, by the way. Like the other one, the Radagon one, did the same thing.
Yeah.
Which seemed not worth it.
Doesn't seem like it's not worth it to me.
Doesn't seem like it's not worth it? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Doesn't seem like it's not worth it?
I said it does not seem like it's... Wait.
That's not what you said.
It doesn't seem like it's worth it. It doesn't seem like it's worth it.
You're pathetic. You've ruined my life.
Sorry. But yeah, no, I agree with your statement.
My rant?
It's just very silly to me.
Well, I think if you do that, you're genuinely really close-minded and kind of racist or sexist or whatever, no matter who you are.
Yes.
Like, you could be black, and I think I genuinely think if you think the only characters that would matter are black, you're racist.
Yeah.
I don't care if you're black, I don't care if you're white. If you're white and you think the only good characters are white, you're being racist. Mm-hmm. That's stupid. At the very least, even if it's not intentional racism, you're being a closed-minded idiot.
Right.
Because, like, you're literally shutting yourself out to inspiring characters and stories just because they don't have the same tan as you. Or because they have a different reproductive organ. Mm-hmm. Like, what lack of critical thinking skills do you need to have to be that close-minded on characters? Mm-hmm. It makes no sense to me.
Yeah, it really doesn't. And like, to me, it's never been a thing. Like, it's never... When I look at characters, I don't look at, like, their skin color and be like, good.
Right.
I will say, though, I am actually actively bothered when studios or something just change the skin color of an already established character just for woke points. Yeah. I mean, that bothers me.
I think that bothers most people.
Because but then, like, they're like, well, you're just racist. It's like, well, no, it's just stupid.
Well, I would be mad if they changed Jon Stewart.
Yeah, it's like, what is the point of this? Like, what is... what is the point of this? Like, an example where this has been done well? Miles Morales. But guess what? Miles Morales is not Peter Parker.
Right.
You know, it's just, like, what's the point of this? Examples where this has not been done well is Johnny Storm from Fan 4 Stick. Yeah. What's the point? Like, I'm not dissing Michael B. Jordan as an actor, but, like, what is the point? It's just, it doesn't make sense to me. But I also will say I have no problems with the message of people liking a character because of a skin color. Like, and what I mean by that is,
like, people who have more interest in, like, Black Panther because he's black and they're black.
Yeah, and, like, maybe you have a little black boy, for example.
Didn't really like the way you said that.
Well, okay. Maybe you have a boy who is black and he is younger, and he really loves superheroes, right? Mm-hmm. But to be honest with you, there is something to be said about... I think this is that room I was talking about.
Uh-oh.
There is something to be said about that boy looking at T'Challa, and maybe he's really into Spider-Man and Captain America and whatever, but looking at T'Challa and finally going like, hey, wait a minute, this person's like me.
Yeah, they look like
me. And there's something to be said about that, where I think that is inspiring. You know, like the whole Falcon and the Winter Soldier thing with, what's that guy's name?
Isaiah?
Yeah, Isaiah. There is something to be said about that, where I think having a black Captain America for especially the in the 50s? Or 60s or whenever it was?
Yeah, I think.
But basically
during the 60s.
Basically during the Civil Rights Movement, having a superhero like that for the black community would have been really cool for them. Now, with that being said, I don't think that should be the be-all, end-all discussion on the character. You know, I don't think...
Right, there's more to Sam and
exactly.
Than being black.
Like, I don't think it should be like... I think that Sam Wilson's... I didn't hear that, by the way. Sam Wilson's Captain America is the best character ever. Oh, yeah, why is he the best character ever? His skin color! It's like, okay, I mean, yeah, you can be inspired by that and look at that and go like, well, this is really cool. Without being like, this is the greatest character of all time.
Because of that.
Because of that only. And to me, it's a shallow argument. Oh, great.
We're going to have some problems here, but we're going to try and get the items. We never equipped that flame cleanse me thing.
Yeah. To me, it's a very shallow argument when your entire opinion on a character is just, this character's skin color looks like my skin color. To me, it's like, this can be a factor in why you like the character. And I have absolutely nothing against that. But...
Are you sure?
I actually don't.
Are you sure you're not racist?
Well, I don't know. Maybe.
I like that you had to take a second. I don't know.
I don't know. Am I the racist?
Let's talk about it. Am I the racist? Is this like a superhero? I am racist. Everyone takes your picture. Why is this so, like, it slows you down so much?
So, anyways, like, I have no... I don't know why, by the way. I have no problems with that, but I guess that was my biggest complaint, is what my entire point was. My biggest complaint with the movie Black Panther is, when people talk about that movie, it's almost as if you have to say that's the greatest Marvel movie ever, or else you're getting, like, labeled a racist online. And people's reasoning for why it's a good movie has nothing to do with the movie.
Right.
Like, people, when people talk about the movie, like, you can be like, oh, why is Black Panther the greatest movie ever? Jeez.
What was that?
I think it was the people shooting their needles. Yeah, that.
Ew.
You can ask them, like, well, why? And then be like, well, Black Panther's the greatest movie ever, or Marvel movie. It's like, why? Because it just did so much for the black community. And I'm kind of like, okay, fine.
That's good.
That's great. But, like, what about the movie?
Right.
Because, like, I would argue Winter Soldier is a better movie.
But it did less for the black community.
It did less.
It's not.
Yeah, and, like, to me, that's my opinion on Wakanda Forever is, I'm going to watch the movie. I'm excited to watch it.
Oh, you actually are excited?
I actually am excited. I actually liked the first Black Panther movie. I thought it was a good movie.
I do too. He's making it sound like I don't.
Well,
I like the...
I actually was an ally of it. You hated the movie.
Did you know that you're racist? Anyway, how is it being a racist? Is it fun? Is it not fun? Tell me. I'm interested.
So, like, I mean, I liked the movie. I really like the character Black Panther. I really like Shuri. I'm actually excited for the movie.